Ambika, Assistant Professor, Department of AIML, Model Retraining and Updates. Let us go for a small recap. What happens if a model trained last year is used today without the updates? So, AI models need to be retrained like the humans, which needs the continuous learning. Objective. So, the students will be able to understand why and when AI models require retraining. They can explain the cloud-based automation for model retraining. They can apply the machine learning operation practices for versioning, monitoring, and also for updating the models. They can also design a simple retraining workflow using Amazon Web Service or Google Cloud Platform tools. Let us come for the problem statement. Aditi, a data scientist in EdTech company. Her problem is that student performance prediction model accuracy dropped from 90% to 75% due to the new course patterns and also the student data drift because the data are not updated and the model is not retrained. So she must able to detect the drift and retrain the models and also to redeploy automatically using the cloud machine learning operations. Let us empathize Aditi based on her feelings and pain points. That is, she's a data scientist facing the model decay. Her work time pressure will be more. She have to introduce the new data sets and she also has to detect the drifts, retrain the models and also to redeploy the model with accuracy. Let us define the problem. So how might we be able to enable continuous learning for AI models in the changing environments? So what the processes we can perform? There are the possible solutions like we can schedule the retraining in either daily basis or weekly basis. On data drift reduction, we can also trigger the based retraining. So version control can be done with the AutoML pipelines. Cloud native tools like SageMaker pipelines, Vertex AI pipelines are used along with the Azure ML Designer. That is, initially the model will be set up and the drift detection will be taken place and the performance will be monitored. So if needed, the retraining trigger will be happening and then model will be retrained, which leads to the improved model performance. Prototype. Next we are going to model the problem statement. It includes monitoring the drift through the metrics like accuracy and FN score. So here monitor drift is nothing but the detection of the degradation of the machine learning model. So you have to monitor it regularly through the metrics like accuracy F1. So F1 score is nothing but it forms the relationship between the precision and the user. Next, I have to trigger the retraining jobs using the AWS SageMaker. We also have to register new model version and have to compare with the older versions. Next, we should deploy the best model automatically using the machine learning operations. Next, the activity is given to the students. They should design the retraining trigger for the banking fraud model or chatbot. So they should also present which cloud service they are using and why they are using. Next, the technical overview. The model drift types are of two types, data drift and concept drift. Data drift is nothing but it represents the changes of statistical representations of the input data. Concept drift is nothing but it represents the relationship between the text input as well as the target input variations over the time. So the detection techniques like statistical tests are taken place and the metrics will be monitored through the cloud dashboard. Some cloud automation tools will be used for deployment. Like SageMaker, Model Monitor is used, Vertex AI monitoring and pipelines are used in GCP. In Azure, ML Studio retraining pipelines are used. Some of the automation tools are Vagrant, Docker, Datadog, Terraform, Puppet will be used. The case study is given as an activity for the students. They have to design the fraud detection model in case of banking and they should use the retraining trigger and they should draw the workflow diagram with the tools and the triggers. They should choose the cloud platforms and they have to say why they are using that one, what are the benefits and limitations. This is the mind map. It's nothing but model retaining in cloud ecosystem. So some things happen in our mind like that, why we have to do, when we have to do and how we have to do, like, so why retraining? So they will be understanding that why we have to retrain the model. Then when to retain. So when to retain is nothing but they can schedule it on the daily basis or the weekly basis. How they will be retained? Using the CI/CD, that is continuous integration or continuous deployment, or using the pipelines or using machine learning operations, the model can be retained. Next one is where. It means that in which platform we are going to retrain the model. They can use either GCP or AWS will be used. Then what is the next? Next comes the monitoring and also the governance. So, as the peer setting activity will be given for the students, that if they are designing a AI model as a human, then how they will be designing its lifelong learning panel. The quick assessment is given for them so that we can assess their learning. Thank you.